presented by OUC. Saturday, October 12th, when your UCF Knights take on the Cincinnati Bearcats. On behalf of all of us here at UCF,
J Mac from Syracuse, New York, man, came all the way out to see my Colorado Buffs.
What channel do you watch? They brought you out here.
The pregame show.
Never watched the college game till last season when Coach Prime came to Colorado. And I am in Colorado at Folsom Field. I am the Colorado Buffaloes auntie from Texas. Sweet treat.
Hey, I've been following the pregame show. It's all about let's go Buffs.
Way from Texas, yes sir. Watch you every single day. Nobody lays it down like Uncle Neely and the pregame show.
Neely, pregame show behind the scenes of everything. And why does he get that kind of access? Why does he get that kind of access? Because trust is involved. You would never get the kind of access you desire unless there's trust and relationship. Trying to put you up on game.
Right, I think we found a way to win games. You know, we're 4-1 at this juncture, and I think it's fair to say, just like a lot of teams at this point, we haven't played a full game yet, but we're playing better and better football each week. And I think you've heard me say it each time. It's a journey, and along the way, if you can find a way, however, to win football games, that's what you're looking for. So. This is a great time. I guess this is longer than I anticipated. This is a great time for us because just like any time you're practicing or training, you know, it's important for the guys to work on their individual skills. It's important for us to come together as a team. And then during the bye week, they have a chance to kind of rest, recover, and kind of get back to ground zero with their lives, schoolwork, a little bit of family time. But still, it's really not time off. It's really just time away if they choose to go. So that's where we're at.
Go ahead.
Hey, Coach, in terms of Travis Hunter, what attributes on defense can he apply to receiver to make him so good? And is he one of the better ones you've seen?
Yeah, I think I've said this probably to all 32 NFL teams. But he has some superpowers, and the most obvious one is his ball skills, right? And so when you're playing corner, it's very, very important that you affect the ball, and he gets interceptions, right, as a defensive player, but he knows where he's supposed to be. He makes tackles when it's his time to tackle, and so anytime you can affect the ball, I think that's really, really good. And aside from all the things he does, his ball skills, anytime there's a ball in the air near him, we got a really, really good chance he's going to catch it, whether he's playing offense or defense.
Coach, you said you guys haven't played a complete game. Saturday felt like the most complete game to this point. Did you feel that way? And you know, it feels like it's kind of like been trending that way, but do you feel like it's
been trending? Yeah, and I think that's what you're looking for, right? I watch Andy Reid, right? I'm watching the Chiefs, right? And they've won every game, but they constantly talk about how they haven't, played a full game yet, and that's the challenge. I think we got to be really, really careful. Even at this level, right, we got to be really, really careful to, after one game in the first month, paint a picture of what everybody thinks the season's going to look like. We got a lot of young players. We got a lot of new players. They're busting their butts to do what we ask them to do, and they're fighting like heck to make plays. And as they continue to do that, we'll play better and better.
Back on Travis, when you talk to NFL scouts on Travis, are they looking at him for his corner skills or his wide receiver skills, both?
Both. I think any team is going to be very, very lucky to have Travis, and then they just got to decide where they want to play him. He's displaying every week why he could be an impact player on both sides of the ball. So those are the decisions that the teams as they prepare for the draft, right? Or the team that eventually chooses him, that's their decision what they're going to do. But he's showing everybody that he can play on offense or defense.
Adam, go ahead.
With Savell's small stepping up a little bit and being able to utilize the tight end position, how has that helped you kind of open up the playbook a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's important that we're able to use more personnel groupings. Obviously, the world knows we're primarily a 10 personnel team because that fits what we are personnel-wise. But I think in order to play a balanced offense where you can run the ball and protect the passer, we have to play in a little bit of 11. And obviously, the impact the tight end makes in that is important. So he did a really good job, probably his best game to date, but he had more opportunities. And it made sense for us. Each week, it's different, right? Each week, each team you play presents a different challenge. Some weeks we can stay in 4 open, 10 personnel. In other weeks, it's going to make sense to be in 11 and sometimes 12. And so, you know, the tight ends doing what they're supposed to do and what we're asking them to do, it's big.
Troy, go ahead.
Coach, as you begin kind of the self-scouting process, what are some things that maybe you want to do differently or improve on going forward?
Well, I'll let that reveal itself as we move forward, right? I think typically that's always one of the exercises in any bye week. You go back and look at what you've done. I'm always looking at tendencies. I broke a lot of them last week, which helped us. You know, I think self-scout, you know, situational football. What areas can we be better? You know, do we need to be better on 3rd and 1? How can we help ourselves in the red zone? 2-minute, 4-minute. So we and I certainly look at it in my private time at all that to try to improve it. Sometimes the answer is to do more of the same and do it better. Sometimes the answer is to, you know what, in a former life that was a really good play, but it doesn't work for us. Let's put it on the shelf, you know. And so those are things that we as coaches will do. Now the other thing that we do here that I'm getting used to is recruiting, right? So I got to spend time doing that, and this time of year, a bye week allows us to go out and do that.
Last one, Jack, go ahead.
With Draylon Miller, I mean, you've seen him, you know, very versatile guy for your offense so far. Just what do you hope to see from him moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, Draylon's a young player, and we're fond of saying he's really good at football, you know, and it's tongue-in-cheek, I guess. But, you know, so we've used him as a wideout. We've used him as a running back, you know, and I think it makes sense for him to get a couple touches a game, and as the flow of the game dictates, sometimes more than that.
Where y'all from?
We up from Miami, Florida.
All the way from Miami.
All the way from Miami.
Appreciate y'all coming, man.
Hey, man, we love what you guys are doing, man. We want to support you in every way.
Appreciate your family.
And we're recruiting at home. Everything we see at home, we bring it this way.
My man.
You gotta believe. Dude, we've been believing since day one,
That's
dog.
why I gave him to
Remember
you.
back in Jackson State? We've been believing with you in the pregame show.